Good morning everyone. I am Saranya from Assistant Professor from SNS College of Engineering. Now I am topic is a deadlock in distributed system. Deadlock is a condition in which two or more threads are blocked forever because they are waiting for each other. The necessary condition of deadlock is a no preemption, hold and wait, mutual exclusion and circular wait. First one is a mutual exclusion. A mutual exclusion is a shared resources. They are read files only do not lead to the deadlocks. Unfortunately, some resources such as printers and tape wires require exclusive access by the single process. A second one is an hold and wait. A hold and wait is the prevent this condition process must be uh, holding one or more resources while simultaneously waiting for one or more others. The other one is an no preemption. Once a process is holding a resource, one its request has been granted, then that resource cannot be taken away from the process until the process is an release it. Another one is an circular wait. A circular wait is a set of processes are waiting for each other in circular fashion. For example, let's say they are a set of processes in P1, P2, P3 and P4 such that P1 is dependent on P2, P2 is dependent on P3, P3 is dependent on P4, P4 is dependent on P5. This create a circular relation between all those process they have been to wait forever to be executed. No deadlock prevention. A deadlock prevention is eliminating one of the necessary condition of deadlock such that only safe requests are made to OS and the possibility of deadlock is excluded before making request. As now requests are made carefully, the operating system can be grant all requests easily safely. The deadlock system is a three types. One is a central lock deadlock deduction, another one is a hierarchical deadlock deduction, third one is a distributed deadlock deduction. The first one is a centralized deadlock deduction. A centralized deadlock deduction is a single site is responsible for deduction in deadlock. A deadlock deduction of coordinator runs on that site for creating a distributed wait for graph. Each scheduler prepared the local wait for graph and sent to DDC process. The DDC receivers is a local wait graph for all sites and unite right if 2 from the DWFG. If it is a catchy cycle in it. The advantages of centralized deadlock deduction is here. The deduction is simple and all into simple into all information is gathered at the one site. This permit the use of the relatively simple algorithm. The another is a disadvantage. A disadvantage of centralized deadlock deduction is highly vulnerable to failure as all information centralized on a single site. There is a one single point of failure. A communication bottleneck around the site due to all the wait for graph information of the messages may include the high communication cost. The next one is a false deadlock. A false deadlock is a machine A is a process of P0 which hold the resources of S and one resource R. They held by the P1 and the local graph on A. It is the other machine of B is a process P2 which holding the T and wants resource of S. The local graph on centralized deadlock in false deadlock system. The both machines send the graph or the centralized coordinator which maintain the union of the centralized deadlock system. The another one is hierarchical deadlock deduction. A hierarchical deadlock deduction is quite possible that the deadlock involve the only few sites which are close to each other can discover the deadlock without having to communicate at the distant and site. The communication cost increased with the techniques in considered to be followed in lowered. The nodes are organized and arranged in a tree pattern. A tree pattern is a master control node, level control node and level 2 control node, level 3 control node. The principles of deadlock deduction is the site is organized in the structure in which the one site at the root of the tree. The final one is a distributed deadlock deduction. The site waits for deadlock is related information from other site. The site combines the received information with its local TWF. A graph to build a updated in for all cycle of EX, T1 and T2 EX which contain the nodes of EX. The site transmit them string for the EX, T1, T2 EX to all other site where the sub transaction of T2 is waiting for the receiving a message from sub transaction of the T2 at the site. Yeah, advantages and disadvantages of distributed deadlock deduction is advantage of deadlock handling the method that no preemption is needed and it is good for the activities that require a single burst of activity. The disadvantages of deadlock handling method are the delay process of initiation and preemption are frequently encountered in the deadlock distributed deduction. Thank you.